Yeah, I just wanted to go over some I don't know, I was just kind of looking at my Bible, kind of like, I don't know, like meditating on some verses, and I just wanted to, these are verses that I already went over with you, but I just kind of want to touch on them again because I think they might be important, and I felt like maybe for some reason, I just felt like maybe it could be of some benefit to you. I mean, I've already explained them pretty much good, but I just wanted to go over them again for some reason. Because I do know that they benefit me. That's why I'm sitting here kind of looking at them. Um, so maybe, I don't know. I just feel like maybe, I mean, I'm just sitting here anyway. So, I mean, if maybe it can help you too or something. I don't know. If not, then, I mean, that's fine too. But, um, I really do enjoy doing this stuff with you. So, I mean, these are just videos from me to you, and that's it. So, um, okay, so it's verse 28. And why worry about your clothes? Look at, oh, wait. Let me go down here. All right, so verse 31. So don't worry about having enough food or drink or clothing. So, like I said before, drink or clothing, that's basically the necessities of life. And how I explained it my other in the video I did. I'm not going to upload this video until tomorrow because it's part of those videos. So I'm just going to leave this video on my phone and I'll upload this video along with those. This video will be like part whatever it is. I mean, there's going to be multiple parts to the first video, but this video will be like just an extra added to those, sort of thing. Because this video was never planned. I just felt like making it for some reason, so here I am. But again, this is verse 31, and again it says, so don't worry about having enough food or drink or clothing. Drink or clothing are basically, you know, drink meaning is that how we words it? Let me see. Or how they were like translated. Okay, food or drink or clothing. So, I mean, one can basically probably say drink and food are basically the same thing. I mean, if you consume it with your mouth, it's pretty much food at that point. There's not too much stuff that you can really consume with your mouth. I mean, you could swallow stuff by accident, but as far as like, food goes and stuff like that, um, you know, it's pretty much it. So you can pretty much kind of combine those two words into one, and then clothing. But shelter is really So I mean, I already talked about that in my other video. I mean, the people live on the street for a long time. I mean, obviously no one wants to live on the street, but I'm just saying shelter is not really too much of a you know necessity as much as food and clothing and stuff like that. But food and clothing, he's talking about here, food and clothing. I mean, he's telling you not to worry about the two most important things for your flesh, for your body on this planet is food and clothing. Because without those, you're not living. You can live for a long time, if not the rest of your life. Obviously, no one wants to do this, but I'm saying it's possible to live out there without, it's possible to live without a home. You can do that, and you can survive. Would it be comfortable? I would assume not, but it's still doable. But the only reason those people are able to survive that is because of clothes and food. So those are basically your real necessities of life, food and clothing. Shelter is not. I don't think it's a dire necessity, like a real straight up necessity. Food, without food, you're dead. I don't care who you are. You have to eat. And clothes, the same thing. You need clothes. It's more than just a fashion statement. I don't care if it's an outfit from the dollar store or it's an outfit from some high tech place. Clothes are clothes at the end of the day, and everybody needs clothing. It keeps you alive. So, um, let me see here. And again, I don't shop at the dollar store. I don't do all that. But I do buy these t-shirts at the dollar store. The t-shirts, I mean, they're white ones. I got green ones. I got red one. I mean, I have a red one, a green one. I have gray ones, like one or two gray ones. I have a whole mess of them up there. $5 t-shirts. I mean, I rock these things all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, The t-shirts. I mean, come on now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you go to the mall, you be buying the same thing. The only difference is it's got a little Nike check on it, and you'll be paying $30 for a little Nike symbol. I mean, I got all that stuff in the other room. I got nice clothes. I got all kinds. I got designer clothes. I got designer belts, designer I got all that stuff. You know, I don't even wear it because I don't care to. I mean, if I want to, I could wear it, and I don't even care. I got all that stuff when I did care about it. And like I said, I didn't even pay full price for it. I got it off the racks for like 70% off. So, you know, other people were buying it full price at some point throughout the year. And I walked into the mall with a little bit of money and walked out with a lot of clothes. And I got them for like next to nothing. Nonetheless, if I want it, it's back there. It's doing nothing but collecting dust. I don't even really want it. It's there if I do want it, and I'll make use of it at some point. Man, I rock these t-shirts all day. I got a whole mess of them up there. I really, really do. And I'm about to go back for some more too, sooner or later. I just bought one the other day. It was a red one. I think it was yesterday, as a matter of fact. The red one I wore in the video, I bought that one yesterday. $5, man. I mean, come on now. It is what it is. Why not, you know? I got a lot of white ones. I got gray ones, red one, or a red one, a green one, a blue one, kind of bluish or whatever it is. I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, who cares, man? Really, the clothes are clothes to me at this point. I don't even care. I don't get into all that stuff. I mean, when I was younger, yeah, I mean, I was all about it. You know, like I said, I mean, at one point, you know, I was too good for Adidas. You know, I mean, I didn't think of myself that way, but what I mean by that is I wouldn't wear nothing but Nike. Nike and Polo, Ralph Lauren Polo. And I wore Tommy too. Tommy Hilfiger was popular back, you know, around that time. But Polo, you know, Polo was definitely my thing. I had Polo, Ralph Lauren, Polo, and Nike and Polo and Nike and Polo and Tommy and Nike and Polo and Tommy. Like, that's what I wore. And anything outside of that realm just wasn't good enough for me. Adidas, you better get that. You just get it. I mean, a $5 t-shirt from the dollar store, I would have accepted it to make the person feel right, but then I would have went in the backyard with a bottle of gasoline and lit a match to it. $5 t-shirt, that's how bad I was, man. You know, really. I was horrible. I really, really was. Now, I don't even care. I got all that stuff and I don't even care about it, man. I really, really don't. I couldn't even care less. You know, I mean, of course I like to look nice and stuff like that, of course. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and walk around and stuff. I mean, but you can get nice stuff anywhere, you know. Just, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily have a label on it to make it look nice. I mean, you can have a shirt from Kmart. I mean, I don't shop at Kmart, but you know what? I probably would. I haven't made it up that way. I really don't even care. I mean, I don't get my jeans from Kmart. I'm talking about my shirts, not my jeans. My jeans is something else. I mean, I have to wear something like, I got Calvin Klein jeans or something. I got those for, like, for next to nothing too at the mall for like cheap, you know. But I need real jeans. I can't wear some Kmart jeans. I can't do that because they don't fit me right. I can't do all that. But I'm talking about shirts. I'll wear some Kmart shirts all day, man. You know, give me some nice Calvin Klein jeans with some shell toe Adidas. Give me a $5, you know, like, I don't know, like a hoodie or something from some store, some decent looking hoodie with, like, I don't know, like that's me. I don't, you know, that's how I do it. But I don't even know why I'm even talking about this. I don't know. I'm just kind of wasting time here. I mean, why not? I don't know. I haven't really said anything to you on a personal level in a long time. I've been doing this here, so I don't know. Why not? But yeah, I mean, that's just what I do, you know. Yeah, but I mean, they you know, so I guess maybe the reason I'm talking to you about this, like, seriously, is because there is a point behind it. But sometimes I say things and I just kind of, don't really get to the point, because I don't want to come across, because I don't know you, and I don't want, I don't want to, you know, like when I talk about this stuff, I'm just trying to look out for you, because I don't want you to get caught up in the world, caught up in labels, and think that if you don't have a certain kind of something, or your shirt doesn't have a certain label on it, or whatever, that you're less of a person, or you don't feel right about yourself. Because I know exactly what that's like around your age. I'm not saying anything like that, but I was materialistic, boy. I sure enough was. And if I didn't have the right kind of shirt on or something or whatever, like, man, I was, pretty much. I mean, I didn't dress to look good to other people. I dressed to look good to myself. I wasn't trying to look good for everybody else, but I dressed for myself. But that's what I'm talking about. I didn't. It was just like I was really, like, I don't know. So yeah, that's definitely not cool, because that's a real shallow way to be. It really is. So um that really, really is shallow. I mean, I didn't have a shallow attitude. I mean, just because I liked nice stuff and I was a materialistic person, I was still cool with everybody. Um, and I would have given up anything that I had for anyone who was in need. So I mean, I was materialistic, but I wasn't stupid with it either. I mean, I would have, really have given it away to somebody if they needed it. But it was just a simple point that, I mean, come on, man, you're too good for some Adidas, though, really. But I was. I mean, if it wasn't Nike, or I mean, obviously when I was younger, if it wasn't Jordan, I used to wear Jordans when I was, when I was a teenager. If it wasn't Jordan or it wasn't Nike, um, I wasn't having it, man. If it wasn't Polo, or if it wasn't Tommy or something or whatever, I mean, I wasn't into fool's gold, man. I wanted the real deal, and if it wasn't the real deal, I wasn't having it. I was just that type of person, and it's a real shallow way to be. So I mean, when you start living for labels, that's when you really become a slave. I was a slave in the mind. Like, they didn't have handcuffs on me, and I wasn't, you know, I wasn't a slave by, but they had my mind. My mind was had by labels, and if it wasn't a certain type of way or a certain whatever, then it had, I was a slave. And a lot of people are like that, some more than others. But see, nowadays people want to sit there and talk about slavery. Slavery is, you know there's all forms of slavery, but I'll tell you something, everyone, mostly everyone, is a slave. And I'm going to tell you some examples of slaves. When they come out with cell phones, how many people really have to have the new cell phone? They come out with a new cell phone every 6 months. So even if you get a new cell phone, you're only being current for 6 months until they come out with a new cell phone. And once they come out with a new cell phone, then your cell phone is obsolete. Um, so pretty much, I mean, it's not, and maybe not obsolete, but it's definitely, not current anymore. Or like when they come out with new sneakers, I see people, there's lines that just, like, people wait in line for this stuff. For, like, people really, 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 really get into it. That's a slave mentality. See, the industry is slick nowadays, because people think that they're not tied up in shackles and handcuffs, that they're not slaves. You are slaves, because they don't have your physical body. Now they got your mind. And if you can convince a slave that he's not a slave, and not only you convince a slave that he or she is not a slave, but they willingly, they're a willing slave, and they do it with a smile on their face, and they're convinced that they're not. There's nothing more dangerous than being a slave and not even knowing you're a slave. And not only that, but you do it with a smile on your face, with open arms. You welcome slavery. That's called slavery of the mind. Labels. You have to have a certain amount of money. You have to look a certain amount of way. You conform to the world. You let people dictate how you feel and how you think about yourself. You let society tell you how you feel and how you think about yourself versus how God sees you. God is the truth. Not these people that you hang around, not these teachers that you go to school and sit in front of every day, not the information that they throw at you, not what the TV tells you,